I forgot to hit record in the last time. Always something that's gonna go wrong every time I film. So I'm back at the bass pond, as you can see, but I had to walk here through very tall grass because it hasn't been mowed in like a month and a half. So, well, right now I'm walking to go get more bait because I can't catch a freaking bluegill. I started off with a wacky worm, tossed that around a few times near the edge, but I couldn't get. I actually didn't even see a fish, so I don't know what they're doing. They're probably down a little deeper because well, I just tripped because it's pretty much it's noon. Like right now it's noon. Bass, so I can show you guys. So this is pretty much what it looks like now. Just a little hole in the pot, or a hole in the ground, or a ditch. It's pretty much a ditch filled with water. And there goes that 85-pound German Shepherd. Anyway, so I'm gonna get a new bait on, and my ankles are itchy because I actually walked in poison ivy, and my legs are kind of itchy too. So that's great. It's awesome. I'm gonna hook it like that. And this, I kept missing this bluegill. I'm not sure why. I think it's because they were a little bit smaller. Ready? I'm gonna get one this time. I think one's got it. No. Oh yeah, there's one. Came off. Alright. Alright, if I lose my hook, then I'm done. I'm going back. I'm not even gonna post this. Thank goodness. Because I didn't bring any other hooks with me. Who's got it in their mouth? Excuse the lawnmower. One of the people that actually own this property is just mowing. It hasn't been mowed, like, again, in a few months, so. That is huge. That's way too big for bait. I'm just trying to catch bait, and I'm catching this. Can you even see it? Yeah, you can see it. Really I just want to catch a small bluegill. Just one small bluegill, maybe even a shiner if there's one in here. That got washed out from our pond. Oh, okay. Just 8. Oh, I think I got another one. No. Just, that was little, or lit, oh my gosh, little. Freaking. Can't talk normal English. Dude, that was another hit. I think that bluegill or that sunfish that I just caught was definitely bedding, because I've seen it. This is a bed right here. I'm pretty sure that she was on a bed. So probably good to get her back in the water quick, so nothing else like crawfish or something eats her eggs. I need to get I need to get another piece of trowel around. But I keep forgetting. I'm going to just bring that entire thing with me next time. Until I catch a little bluegill or a little sunfish. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Because I got this tiny piece on right now. Well, it's tiny pieces work, but it's just that I can't cast it too far out. So I just need to let them eat it a little bit. Yeah, anyway, I got the microscopic rod with me today. You saw me catch that. Well, I pretty much use this in every at one of my videos, and I pretty much bring it everywhere. Cause it's a handy dandy little rod. You never know when you're gonna need to just catch some bluegills. No, bluegill are probably some of the best bait to use in pressured ponds. I mean, this is pretty much really pressured. I fish this, well, I don't fish it a lot, but I fish it quite a bit. But it's kind of a long way away, so I don't fish it too much. So it is pressured, but you can catch fish in it, especially bass. Especially bluegill. You can catch these fish. It's not that hard. The bass sometimes. Some days the bass can be really finicky, like you can't even catch them, or some days they'll just start catching a ton. Because the second time I ever came here, or last summer when we first discovered this pond, we were catching bass left and right on lures. And then now, if you throw some of those same lures, that's a fish. That's like I don't even know what that is. Oh, that's not small. No, right in the weeds. Yes. What? Are you kidding me? Just another large bluegill. Like, look at that. I can't use that as bait. I don't think. Oh, this little pesky ass thing. Almost swallowed it. Okay, I got it. Let me show it to you guys. Oh, I don't know if you guys even got to see it. It kept spawning me on the door back. Anyway, got my rod. Hopefully I'm recording. Yes, I am. Because every time, mostly I can't make videos also because I freaking keep hitting stop recording all the time. Like when I'm bending down to grab something or to, oh my gosh, that was big. That was not a bluegill. I think that was a bass. All right, so that was like really, I saw the wake of it too. That was not small. I mean, yeah, that was not small. That was not small at all. Please come back. Actually, you know what? I just want a little bluegill or a little sunfish. That's all I'm asking for. I don't even need that same fish to come back. I just want a little sunfish for bites. I mean, that last fish, I definitely felt it. I mean, I don't even know. Ready? That's mine. I don't want it to get in the trees, so I have to stop it. I just got it for you. I mean, like, these there's a lot. There's not that many small ones in here. There's a ton of big ones, but there's not a lot of small ones because a lot of the bass ate them. Oh. Yes, I came over to the small pond over there yesterday, and I caught so a few weeks ago when we were camping, there was a really big, like a really bad and big storm that came over. Like it was not small of a storm, a really bad and big storm, and it flooded these ponds. All the ponds, it just flooded them. And our pond, we have quite a bit of different fish. We have bullhead perch. We had perch. I don't know what happened to them. We had a shiner in there. We had a rock bass in there. We had a shad in there. We had all sorts of fish. We had a few green sunfish, and some of them got a few of the green sunfish got washed into that pond over there. And now there's a ton of green sunfish in the pond. If you guys didn't know, green sunfish actually repopulate really quickly. They're kind of like bullhead. They reproduce really quickly and they can overpopulate a pond. The only reason why we put bullhead in those ponds is because, you know, we actually kind of needed them in the pond. I mean, if you have a pond that just sits there and you don't really do anything with it or anything, then you could probably just put like carp. I mean, here, if you had to stock a pond, I'd suggest you put fathead minnows in it, and then soon or later, or a few weeks later, you can put channel catfish in it. A great idea. You could put bass in it, which you should put bass in it. Those are really, I mean, if you want to have a good fishing pond, then I suggest you just put like a good bass pond. I suggest you put just bass, tons of bluegill. I suggest you put shiners in there. And if you want to grow really big bass, then yeah, you could probably just put a ton of shiners in there, a ton of bluegill. You could even feed them, like go out at one spot every day and try training the bass to feed from you, or just every week or so just stock it with shiners, because those bass just cave in on the shine. They love the shiners. But if you're trying to grow a really a catfish pond and you're trying to grow them to get really big, put a ton of crawfish in, because you know usually crawfish stick at the bottom. I mean, if crawfish are good for bass ponds, put crawfish in. They're most of the time they'll keep the weeds under control, but if you're trying to get a really good catfish pond, I suggest you put a few bass in there, because when the catfish are small, or the bullheads, when they're small, they try to compete for food, and they usually get out-competed, and most of the big ones, they get out-competed by the small ones for food. So if you put bass in there, the bass can eat a lot of the small ones. You might not have as many catfish in there, but you'll have a lot of bigger ones in there. A lot of heavier and bigger and longer ones, because they'll be a lot more healthy because they can actually get the food. You can also get like one of those feeders and have it in like one spot and always have that going with fish food and all that, because the catfish will eat the fish food and they'll eat the bluegills, or the little bait fish that come to eat the fish food. So yeah, if you want to grow these ponds like that, then I mean, you don't have to. You could just dig a pond, fill it with clay, and add water to it and stock just catfish and put a few bluegill in there, and then they're probably do fine in there. They just won't get as big. But you know the bullhead pond out there that we usually fish at on TikToks? I don't know. We call it the bullhead pond, the one we minnow trap in. I don't know if you guys even know. Some of you guys don't even watch my TikToks, but yeah. So that pond, we minnow trap in it. So, and every time we minnow trap in there, we're always pulling out little crayfish. There's a million little crayfish in there. We're always pulling out minnows. There's tons of minnows in there, like hundreds, and they school up. And every time you go out there, you see them jumping and eating like flies and all that. And usually when I come out there, I bring a little bag of bread or something, and I just caught that in the tree. I usually bring like a little bag of bread or dog food or something like that, so I can feed the minnows, so they can kind of like repopulate quickly. Or I try to feed the minnows, and the minnows go to the top, and then the bullhead go to the top, so it's easier to catch them. But that doesn't always work, because these bullhead in there just stick to the bottom. It's actually pretty deep in that pond. It's a lot deeper than this pond, I'll tell you that. I think I got one. And I did, but he didn't like to do it. I would do a lot more. I'd probably do catching cooks here on the YouTube for you guys, but this pond is not very healthy. It's not really healthy. It's the bottom. It's just all disgusting. The leaves and buildup of everything. It's a murky pond. It's just disgusting. This pond is not. I mean, it's healthy, but it's not like healthy to eat. Probably to eat the fish in it. Probably I could do a bass catching cook, but I probably just gonna lose subscribers from that, because these salty bass anglers with their don't eat bass, precious sport fish. Honestly, I like bass. They're a really good sport fish. I don't think people should keep trophy bass, because to be honest, they taste like absolute poop. But I mean, if you can take a few small bass every now and then, they're not too bad actually, especially smallmouth. If any of you guys haven't tried bass, you gotta try it. It's pretty good, especially smallmouth. It depends on how you cook it. If you just cook it over a fire, it's probably not gonna have a very pleasant or a very good taste. I mean, it probably tastes okay, but you might not like it as much over. So you could just use a few good recipes. You could, to be honest, my favorite way of cooking fish, anything, especially bullhead or catfish, is frying it, like deep frying it. I haven't caught a bluegill since 1912 right now, so I'll have to get one. Hopefully. I think I might try over there now. I already tried over there. I think I tried over there before this. I even made this part of the video. But yeah, like I can't even catch one right now. Right now I can't even catch one. I can't. I'm just casting in weeds too. That's making it all worse. I'm literally casting. Yeah, that's a good one. I'll get one. Oh, look at it. I'm already getting hits. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, it was small too. Come back. Actually, no, it could have been a little bass, but hopefully it wasn't, because I'm trying to, I mean, I could use a little bass as bait. I don't know if that's even legal. I mean, legal. Is that even legal? Can you use a bass as bait in your own ponds? Please comment down below. I'll have to search it up or something. I don't even know if I find anything on it. You probably can. I know you can't use bass as bait in like public areas in most states, but like a private pond, can you do that? Like honestly, we have to have a freaking license to fish in your own pond. If you want to fish in your own pond, you gotta have a fishing license. If you want to hunt in your own backyard, you gotta have a hunting license. Like I don't think you're gonna go out and hunt without a license and see a DEC sitting over there, and that's big. Oh, it's a bass. It's a big one. It's a bass. It's a big bass. I mean, it's not big, but like big for, I don't know if I can get that out. There we go. That is not bluegill. I'm catching the opposite of bluegill today, honestly. Like, can I ever catch? Look at that. He was hardly hooked too. Look at where he was hooked. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but that's barely skin hooked. I can probably just pull that out, but I don't know. I don't really like that's not what I'm fishing for. 10 pounder. You put it close, but that's not what I'm trying to catch. Like, I'm sitting here. I mean, like, that is decent for this pond. Like, if you see how small this pond is, it's kind of decent. I think I've caught this fish before. Yeah, I've caught this fish before. I don't know. Beautiful looking fish. I'm gonna put her back. I can't. There isn't really any. I'll just give her a little toss. Just a little toss. Oh, dude, I'm just trying to catch a bluegill. I'm just trying. All right. I'm done. I'm done with these games. All right. I'm done with these games. Like, I am completely done with these games. I'm probably gonna stay. I'm staying here until I get a little bluegill. I'm staying here until I have to come back for lunch. My sister took one. So, see how good that cast was? Right in that muck. I should have made a video when this pond was blue, because this pond turned all blue, and then, you know, that storm came over and washed all the blue out of it into that little drain, and then that leads to another pond. It leads to another pond I fished that's got even more species than my pond. It's got, I can't name all the fish species. It's got bullhead. I've caught bullhead in there. It's got shiners. Caught shiners in there. It's got minnows. It's got channels. Catfish. It's got bass. It's got everything in there. There's some big perch in there too. So, but the thing is, I can't really go over there anymore because there's a few drunks that always go there, always drinking. I don't know. Cast that way. Yes, that was a money cast. That was a money cast. Oh, look at that. Oh, I just had one. But I lost him again, obviously. Oh, look at that. Good cast. That's amazing. Cast. That's a turtle. Just kidding. It's not a turtle. I've caught turtles in this pond. I haven't caught a sun turtle in this pond yet. I've surprisingly only caught Tank, which I'm sure if you guys watch my TikTok, you know who Tank is, and he's not a very nice guy. He lives in this pond, and he likes to eat my lures and my minnows and my bluegills. He likes to eat all my stuff. Looky here. What is that? Are you kidding me? Is that another bass? That is a big bluegill. If I knew there was a big bluegill, I would have set the hook a little sooner, but, you know. How do I know that? See how far down is that? It's right in the top of the mouth. I can get that out with pliers. Fish surgery. Got my pliers here. Hopefully you guys can see the fish. Where is he? Am I zoomed in? No. There he is. Where did my pliers just go? Did I just drop them on the ground? No, I didn't. Okie dokie. Oh, that came out like a frick. That came out really easy. I mean, it's hooked. I'm hooked. All right, say bye. Comment down below the worst you've ever been hooked. I have been hooked past the bar before, and it's not fun. But it did pull out. It wasn't hooked like that bad past the bar. It was past the bar, but it wasn't so far past the bar. I need something like a special tool to take it out. Come on, little bluegills, please. Just need to catch a bluegill. Like a little bluegill is all I'm asking for. Because I was fishing in the pond yesterday and I got caught in the tree because this tiny rod, no accuracy. So, and I had to pull it off because I was shaking it off and it wasn't coming off. So I pulled it off and it came back and flung at me and smacked me in the face next to the eye. And oh my God, it hurt so bad. Like I'm sitting here watching John B. He gets smacked in the face with like a 3-ounce lead. I'm sitting there thinking, oh, that hurts so bad. And then I get hit in the face with a tiny hook, the same hook I'm using right now, and it hurt that bad, then I am scared to get smacked in the face by a jig like that, setting the hook on a fish. Yes, no, wait, is that? No, you're joking. Yes, oh my gosh. You don't know how long it took me to catch. I thought it was a little bass, but I would have used it anyway, probably. Experiment. So we got a bluegill finally. Oh my gosh, it took so long. Oh, jeez. Oh. God bless myself. God bless this fish. Like, honestly. All right, so I got this hook right here. Pretty small, but it's red, so it probably is supposed to mimic an injured bait fish because the red hooks. I mean, this pond isn't too, like, you can see, you can't really see anything in the pond, like visibility wise. The only time I can really see anything through the pond is in the early spring.